Share 18. The chicken or the share, which comes first? It was my first anniversary meeting, and Tim was the chairperson of the meeting. There were about 50 people there. I was seated in a room that was rectangular. I was in the middle of the long part of the rectangle, and everybody else was in front of me. Behind these people, sitting in rows in front of me, were the windows, and out through the windows I could see in the distance my little apartment where I lived at that time. So I was pretty nervous, needless to say, that Friday night. They read how it works and everything, and they introduced me as tonight's speaker. And I was really just about to have a panic attack at the prospect of telling my story, when I realized at that moment that I had left the chicken cooking in my oven of my apartment. Every week I laid out a tray of chicken pieces for my 2 cats, and I would cook these pieces up all at once at the same time, maybe 20 pieces. And I realized that I had left the apartment with the anniversary on my mind and the chicken cooking to go to the meeting. But right there and then I had to get on with my story of my dysfunctional childhood and me going to rehab, getting sober, buying the cowboy boots. But in retrospect, that mishap of me having left the chicken in the oven and me having to tell my story, knowing that any moment I might see smoke in the distance, hear fire trucks coming, it made me really put my primary purpose about doing the AA share first and everything else second. This was later translated into, whatever you put in front of your sobriety, you'll lose. When the meeting was over, I got my cake and went home. No chicken was burnt. Everything was fine. But it was a good lesson for me to learn at 1 year